All right, week 12, picking the upsets only contest. This is the contest I do with my buddy Broc, as you guys know. Not every week there's an upset. Sometimes we go without an upset completely, but last week we had 3 upsets. We had the Steelers over the Ravens, Seahawks over the Niners, Colts over the Jets. So that was good for Broc. He's a big Colts fan. These were our picks last week. We each pick 5 teams. We go in snake order. I picked the Colts, Bears, Patriots, Titans, and Browns. Only the Colts in that one. Broc picked the Steelers, Bengals, Chiefs, Falcons, and Commanders, and we each only got one. Neither of us picked the 49ers. So we go in snake order, like I said. So one person will pick first, then the other person goes second, third, then the other fourth, fifth, and on until we have 10 picks. Doesn't matter how much the spread is. It just has to be the underdog that picks. Any even spread line means you can each pick the opposing sides. I put this never happens, but it's happened 3 times now this year with this week. So apparently it does this year. Last year's results, I won 35-21. This year so far, Broc's up 1. We're 17-16 through 11 weeks, 7 weeks to go. Appreciate all of you guys watching. If you don't mind hitting the like button, we appreciate you do that. It helps spread the algorithm thingy. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. There's a lot of other good content as well. We appreciate you guys being a part of this. All right, so for this week, here is our, I'm going to bring Broc on actually. Here is our upset options for this week. Broc, thanks for being on again. You've always been a good guest. You've always been good to be a part of this, and it's fun to do the contest with you.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me.
Trying to find my cheat sheet now of what I made for my picks. All right, this week, the options, the Browns, the Bears, the Colts, the Cowboys, the Titans, Patriots, Giants, Panthers, Raiders, Niners. Then there's the pick'em game right there at the bottom, the Cardinals and Seahawks. So we can each take opposing sides there. And then we got the Rams and the Chargers. So one less option this week because there's 6 bye teams. So that means there's only 13 games this week. So we're picking all but 3 games. So if there are upsets to be had, likely we will be a part of those upsets this week. All right. Hey, your Colts last week. Your Colts pulled it off. They were an upset pick. So good for your Colts.
And it was AR, so even better because AR was out there.
Best game of his career so far.
Yeah, it was a really good game. I would say maybe I don't know, you probably don't know, but last year against the Rams, he had a really good second half. I'd say that's the best he ever played, but for a full game, certainly that was, yeah, for the full game, that certainly was his best.
I'm just going off what I hear from other analysts, and they're all saying this is his best game so far. And two rushing touchdowns, 1 passing touchdown. Is that what it was?
No rushing. Did he have a passing touchdown? I don't think he did.
Well, he had 2 rushing touchdowns because he stole them.
He did have 2 rushing. He was 20 for 30, so when his average is like 45%, so 66% is pretty good.
I'm trying to look it up real quick to see if he had a passing touchdown. Now you're making me look it up.
I know. I probably should know that. I've rewatched some of the games too, and I still can't tell you, but I don't think there was.
Yeah, what kind of a diehard fan are you?
One that's not prepared to be on the air, that's for sure.
I appreciate you being on here. All right, so I go first this week because it's week 12. You get the odd weeks, I get the even weeks. And so I'm going first. You all prepped for this? You ready?
I'm ready.
Hey, what do you think as a non-Bears fan, though? I got to hurry and get this in there. As a non-Bears fan, was that a launching? Did you watch the end of that game? Was that a launching? Did we get screwed over by the refs yet again?
I don't know because I was watching it in the box with 4 different games, but I was just paying attention to the Colts game when they made that kick. So I just assumed they were going to hit the field goal and win. So it took me a minute to figure out they didn't. But I don't know. Is that what you guys are saying? Is that what
Well, everyone's saying, every analyst is saying that it was launching, but they didn't call it. They called it against us 2 weeks earlier against the Cardinals that we launched on something that was less minor. But because it's the end of the game, they're treating it like it was a Hail Mary where you don't call pass interference on the Hail Mary.
Yeah.
So Eberflus has sent in his complaint to the league. He sent in his official letter or whatever it is. That won't do anything. The most the league will do is just say, we're sorry. We apologize. They're not going to make them re-kick it or anything. They never do that. So
it's really hard to get through that A gap and not launch, isn't it?
Well, there was like 4 guys that were on the center. I mean, it was probably the most obvious launching call there ever was. But I didn't see it in the moment. I was just disappointed that we lost. One step closer to firing your old
Bears
Colts.
fans are used to losing on blocked field goals, though, right?
That's a double doink jab right there.
Double doink, yeah.
That's painful. Painful. We're just one step closer to firing your old defensive coordinator.
Yeah, well, everybody in the Colts world wants to start over with a new GM as well. So I know how you. Although you guys like your GM, I know you do. I don't know if the rest of Chicago.
We're mixed. We're mixed on it.
You're
I'm
done.
not sold on him anymore either. There's a
Okay.
lot of suspect calls. You look at the Chase Claypool for a second rounder. You look at
that one
even
never
the
made
Ryan
sense.
Bates this year for a fifth rounder. You look at, I mean, there's so many different. He lucked his way into the trading down number one, and then Carolina giving us another one. I mean, a GM that's a golden goose for a GM, and what has he done with it? I mean, I like Caleb, I like Rome, but you know me, I advocated we should have traded down, and I just said that I have nothing against Caleb. I like the kid. I think he's doing well. But I said before the draft, there's 4 or 5 quarterbacks in this draft that's like the 2020 draft. It's going to be loaded quarterback draft class. So if you can trade down and build more and get Zach Frazier, that's what I said. And Zach Frazier's killing it. But you can't turn back the clock.
He's with the Steelers, isn't he?
And he's killing it. He's absolutely having a great rookie year. He's a stud.
He is.
But can't turn back the clock. So
Colts even have a stud rookie center. So there was lots of them to be had.
Tanner Bortolini.
Bortolini will probably be the future center for us. I don't see us bringing back Ryan Kelly. So you could have Ryan Kelly next year.
One thing I don't understand, and a lot of Bears fans don't agree, most Bears fans don't agree with me. Coleman Shelton is rated higher than Tanner Bortolini. He's rated, I mean, he's one of the top, he's the upper half of this year's centers, but Bears fans are just ready to chop everyone's heads off and start over fresh. I like that he's already got cohesion with Caleb. I say build around that and draft a center to learn behind him, but re-sign Coleman Shelton. I promise you there's going to be in the comments people saying, shut up, Adam. Coleman Shelton sucks. We need to get rid of him. It's just because they wanted Zach Frazier like I did, and we don't have Zach Frazier, but can't turn back the clock. We can't go back and get Zach Frazier, deal with what we've got, move forward. But away we go.
Yeah. Well, there's always next year. I get tired of saying that as a Colts fan, but that's where we are. That's where you guys are too.
As a Colts fan, you won a Super Bowl over us in over 07. So don't say as a Colts fan, because you can always.
Is that who we won it against? I can never remember.
Yeah, shut up. You know that's who you won it against, and you made it to a Super Bowl after that too. I
bring it up to you every once in a while just for fun.
You went to a Super Bowl after that too. Our misery's been going on for we haven't won a Super Bowl since '85, my man. This is there's always next year is our motto.
Was that the year you were born?
No. I was born before that, but I wasn't young enough to remember it.
Yeah.
All right.
I was just wondering if it happened in your lifetime. That's all I was wanting to know.
It happened in my lifetime, but not old enough for me to remember it. Hold on 1 second. All right. Got to get my paper. Here we go. I'm first. All right. This week, I cannot go against my team. I'm going to go right off the bat. I have to do it. I mean, the Vikings, I don't know if you watched the Titans-Vikings game, but the Titans, I've never seen a game where the refs, like, flat out wanted a team to win more. It was bizarre how hosed the Titans got. Titans were playing decent on defense, and they got robbed. I know it was a 10-point win, but all the things the refs did, that cost at least 17 points. So they should have beat the Vikings. I think the Bears are going to handle the Vikings at home. It's the Bears' third straight home game, Vikings' third straight road game. Those things add up. I'm going with my Bears. There's no way I can't go with my Bears.
All right. Did not see that happening first, but I guess it makes sense.
Where did you have the Bears on your list? Which number?
I had them actually 6th.
I could have waited till my next 2 picks. Okay, whatever.
Yes.
I should have gone with one of the pick 'em games.
You definitely would have got them in the on your next 2 picks, but
son of a gun.
I see San Francisco. They've been struggling, but I still like them this week as the underdog.
That's who you're taking?
San Fran. Yep.
That was my next one. I wanted to go against the Packers. Doesn't matter who does it as long as the Packers lose, so I'm fine with it.
And then I'm going to go with the Rams, LA Rams.
Rams. You're going way down on my list. You're not going for the pick'em game yet, huh? You're going to let me pick first and you'll take the other one?
Yeah, it's one of those where I look at them and I like both options. So I'll
do
take
too.
some of these that I like more.
Seahawks at home. I like that, but the Cardinals on a 4-game win streak, they've got the division lead. I don't think they want to relinquish it. I think they're playing better. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Seahawks. You can take it. I'm sorry, the Cardinals. I'm going with the
Okay.
Cardinals. Cardinals are the 4-game lead or 4-game winning streak. I'm going with the Cardinals.
And that was your pick 'em last week, and they did well for you. So I figured you'd go Arizona.
2 weeks ago.
Is it 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago, I'm pretty sure.
Or yeah,
All
because
right.
Arizona.
Which means my next one is one I didn't plan on taking, but I like how they're playing right now. So I'm going to take the Chargers. Monday Night Football. I'm taking the Chargers with my next one.
That was my
I
next
think the
pick.
Ravens got exposed a little bit, and I like the way the Chargers are playing. I'm starting to believe in them. So you're up next. I've taken 3. You've taken 2.
Alrighty, this is where it gets kind of hard. Because I don't have to choose Seattle yet, so I can choose whoever I want. I am going to go with... Problem is I wrote down the teams, but not who they're playing. Now I'm second guessing who I want. For some reason, I guess I put the Raiders down next, so we'll go with the Raiders.
Only it's a terrible pick. It's hard against the Broncos, but Raiders tend to do well at home in divisional games. They always do.
You never know what's going to happen. Divisional games, that's the ones where upsets happen a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. I'm going to go with the Patriots, I guess, as my next pick.
Oof, you're leaving me with rough pickings, man. There's nothing left. And you've got the Seahawks left now, so you've already got yours picked. So I wish you would have taken a pick 'em first. That would have been nice. But I think I got
It's
the
my
right
strategy. Although, yeah, Arizona was who I prefer in that matchup.
All right, I don't like anything left. I'm not taking the Panthers. That's just a glutton for punishment. I'm not taking the Titans. I'm not taking. Man, you can't. You can take the Colts if you want. You should have taken the Colts. That was rude.
The Lions
Can't
are
take the
just really
Cowboys.
good. It's hard to go against the Lions.
It is really hard. I even said, someone said I do my weekly predictions. I've taken the Bears every week. I'm not stupid. I love my team. They said, you pick the Bears every week. When do you ever? I said, next week. Next week when we pick the Lions. I'm not taking the Bears against the Lions. Even I'm not stupid enough to do that. So
They just scored 56 points. I mean, it was against the Jaguars, but
yeah, that was a rough game for the Jaguars for sure. All right, that
yeah,
leaves
I
me
think
only
there's
2
some.
options.
Oh, can I stop you there and just say, did you hear some of
Yeah.
the rumors with the Jaguars?
Oh, not David, Peterson. What's his first name?
Doug Peterson.
Doug Peterson's getting fired.
Yes, but apparently Bill Belichick is somebody very high on their list, and I don't like that in my division. I don't want Bill Belichick in our division at all.
I don't know. I'm not a firm believer that Bill Belichick did everything. I think he would benefited from some great quarterbacks too. I don't think.
I mean, Tom Brady.
And before him, they won one with what's his name, Bledsoe. Didn't they win a Super Bowl with Bledsoe too?
No, I think he got hurt that year, right? And then Brady stepped in.
No, but they won before that. Had to pause it and look it up. He won the one with Tom Brady. You're right, but he won 4. He was in 4 Pro Bowls, so he was a great quarterback. He had a winning record several years with him. But anyways, yeah, that might not be fun for you. I don't know. Bill Belichick. I don't want him to be the Bears coach. That's been a rumor that floats around. I don't know if the Bears can ever get
It's
a
also
good
floating
coach.
around that Dallas wants him, which I could see Jerry going after him.
Yeah, the scariest thing would be if the Bears and this is a rumor too, that we just do a whole episode on rumors. if Mike McCarthy becomes available, the Bears would go after him, and that would make me I would switch teams. I honestly might
For
switch
head
teams
coach or for offensive coordinator?
for head coach. See my
Oh, that'd be
fear?
kind of
Yeah.
funny.
If we don't end up
Because
with
he's
a
done
Ben
so well
Johnson
in Dallas.
But the really stupid thing is when Bears fans really reach and you hear the rumblings in San Francisco because they are doing rough. And the rumor, I think Bears fans started the rumor, and it's all over Twitter. If the Niners don't make the playoffs, that they'll fire Kyle Shanahan. And I'm just like, guys,
No, they won't.
he last year they were in the Super Bowl. They've had
Yeah.
injury riddled this year. A team would be absolutely bonkers to fire Kyle Shanahan. They're not firing him. No, we're gonna get him. We're gonna get him. I'm like, no, it's not happening.
He'd be scooped up very quickly.
Absolutely.
But yeah, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, that's
Nope,
not happening.
I don't believe that.
All right, I got to pick two teams here. I just went through who I can't do. There's only really two options. Number one, the Giants. The Buccaneers have lost 4 in a row, so that's possible. So I'll go with the Giants. And then the only other option, I don't even like this one because I think there's no chance the Steelers lose, but Vegas seems to think the Browns are a 3.5 point within. So it's the only other option on the board. I have 0 other options, so I have to go with the Browns. There's just nothing else left, so I have to.
They were on my list, so.
They're not
but
on my
Steelers,
list.
we talked about the Steelers last week, and they're looking good.
Yeah, I like how the Steelers are playing. So I don't have faith in that last one, but I have no other picks to make unless I want to go Cowboys over the Commanders. That's not happening. There's nothing.
Speaking of I guess I could... fans starting rumors, I did see some Colts fan says that we need to go after Tomlin really hard. Like, yeah, that's going to happen. They're going to lure him away from the Steelers.
Tomlin's not leaving the Steelers anytime.
No, he's not. He can coach there as long as he's like what, Bill Cowher, is that his name before? Just was there until he was ready to leave.
I wish the Bears
Steelers
were
have
like
good coaches.
Yeah, where we just had coach after coach, where you know you're going to get a Super Bowl or 2 with that coach. They can coach 15, 20 years. You get a couple Super Bowls within those 20 years, and you're set and you're good and you're golden. I would love that, but we go through the coaching carousel every 2-3 years, like literally.
Yeah,
we have not had stability with a head coach in years.
Yeah, we need to bring back Dungy. I'd be okay with that.
Jeez. All right, you've got to officially make your last pick there.
Let's go with Seattle then.
Oh,
no, it's a shocker.
Pick someone else. It would be funny if you
throw out the Colts. You know, it could happen. No, I'd go Colts next, but
I
never the
Panthers.
Colts.
Actually,
they're on my list, but
should I switch it and go Colts instead of the Browns?
You do whatever you want.
Colts won for me last week.
Colts
won for me last week, and it's against the Lions, and I hate the Lions. It's just not going to happen. The Browns legitimately have a better shot of beating the Steelers than the Colts do beating the Lions.
Yeah.
Clearly, I mean, Vegas has them 3.5.
What's the score? I can't see that on the Colts. Is it -10?
Colts is 7.5 point spread.
7.5. Okay. Oh, it's the Carolina that's -10.
I'll keep with it, but what we're going to do, because we both want the Colts to win, if the Colts win, we each get a bonus point.
Okay.
That way we put it in there. We're both taking the Colts this week because we both want the Colts to win and we both want the Lions to lose. So that's an official pick here right now. Colts, boom, official, done. We both get the Colts. First time ever, we've taken a 6th pick and we both share it. Yes, we're cheating. It's fine.
We're making up rules as we go along, so.
It's for a good cause.
It is. Colts another win, and your division rival with a loss.
Yeah, the whole NFL needs the Lions to lose so they don't look immortal.
When you play
Broc.
Well, yeah. I was going to say something, then I realized that I was going to say when you play the Jaguars, but the Colts lost to the Jaguars, so you know.
The Bears didn't, but we lost to the Colts.
The Jaguars would pick first in the NFL draft if it ended right now. And I think the
They
Titans
would.
are maybe second or third. So
It's only because the Jaguars haven't had a bye week. They're 2-9. Everybody else is 2-8. That's the only reason why.
okay, we haven't
It'll
had our
level
bye
itself
week
out.
yet either. So
All right, maybe next week the Bears can have a Thanksgiving miracle against the Lions. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. All right, appreciate you coming on. We'll end this thing. We'll
okay,
end it up, wrap it up.
alrighty,
Appreciate you and all you do. We'll see you next week.
yeah. See you later.